One of the questions I get asked the most is how to make American buttercream with no air bubbles in it. There are two methods that I do. One of them is to make a really big batch of the buttercream. So this is essentially 3 batches of the buttercream where I can submerge the paddle in the icing and it whips out all of the air and it makes it look so smooth and beautiful. But what if you're not making a lot of buttercream? What if you're only doing one batch? So what I like to do, I'm making this green icing and I'm using my American buttercream recipe. However, I'm not adding a lot of liquid. I added about half the liquid, but you could see there are a lot of air bubbles in it. And the way that we get rid of them is by using a food processor. So after I make the icing, again, it's on the stiffer side with half the amount of liquid in it. I'm putting all of that icing in my food processor. Now, this food processor is 14 cups. You want something at least 10 cups or more so it will fit all of the icing. I'm securing the lid on here and I'm turning it on. Now you want to keep this on until it mixes all of this icing. What's happening is that paddle is submerged and it is beating all of the air out of the icing, kind of like what happened in my big batch. Since the paddle is submerged, it can't beat any air in there, so it whips all of the air out. But you need to keep it on. Do you see that line, that dark line that's rising up the side of the bowl? You want to make sure that you keep it on until it goes all the way to the top, and you'll be able to see it get really smooth once all of that icing is incorporated. So this one only has one speed, on and off, so I just turned it on. You could do a low or a high if yours has an option. I don't think that really matters. But now that this is completely mixed, I can turn it off and remove the lid, and look how beautiful this icing is. Now, by doing this process, it does thin out the icing again, so you want to make sure that you start with a stiffer buttercream. You can also do this with an immersion blender. I just prefer the food processor, but these are both available in my Amazon store underneath the miscellaneous things that I love. But I really hope this helped you guys out, and make sure you follow or subscribe for more cake decorating tips.